Hey guys, so before this video begins, I want to make a few quick announcements. Announcement number one, we're not going to be able to do any vlogs for a while because of some technical issues and some traveling. We're not going to be able to get all the good vlogs in. And also, I recently bought this today, and I'm thinking about, if you guys want, I can open a few of these for a mystery prize unboxing, where you guys see me open prizes, like blind bags almost. You guys get to see what they look like. Like right now, I already unboxed this, so there's no point. So I can, oops, I almost lost the tool, but I can show you what's inside of it. Like this is just a kinetic sand thing. You guys want to see more like this? Let me know. And we have an upcoming DVD unboxing thing on sometime this week, which I'll get to. I hope, if I don't have any interruptions or anything important to do. So anyways, here comes your featured video. Featured video coming up right now. Hi everyone, and welcome to another DVD review. Today's featured DVD we're going to be reviewing is Deep Blue Sea, the first one. Bigger, smarter, faster, meaner. It's very scary, huh? Well, it's all about these experimented mako sharks that Susan did, and somehow she and Thomas Jane, LL Cool J, and Samuel Jackson all have to try to escape from the terrifying creatures, the mako sharks. 2 males and 1 generated female. So actually they have to escape from 3 mako sharks. How are they going to survive, you ask? Well, you'll find out in today's featured DVD review of Deep Blue Sea. But furthermore, as usual, warning, this video might contain some spoilers. If you do not want to hear the rest of these spoilers, please forward ahead through the rest of today's video to figure out what's going to be going on through the remainder of this channel. So we all start like this. We got some party goers on a boat. Oh yeah! But then they get a rude awakening. They hear a bump like this. Literally. And then pops out comes one of the mako sharks. I doubt it was the female because she could have easily gobbled them. So it's gotta be one of the males. And after when Thomas Jane, in the middle of the night, shot 2 of the arrows, just trying to put the thing down. Thank God it did not die. But that's when Samuel and Susan had to go straight to the Aquatic Life Research Center to get all the info. And then Samuel makes a cool thing. And you got a woman that welcomes Samuel to the island. And then Samuel says this. The plane, man, the plane. That one was hilarious. You guys heard that saying? And I mean this one. The plane, man, the plane. From something. I want to hear it. One of my friends told me about it. And I really want to hear it. I want you guys to tell me if you guys know where that saying came from. Of the plane about the plane. So anyways, while they were getting ready to Thomas Jane was getting a big delivery of a tiger shark. Something to feed those makos soon enough. But we'll get to that part later. Meanwhile, Thomas Jane goes swimming with that thing. And literally, he almost lost a leg. And he had a license plate stuck in its mouth. Thank God that he took it out of that tiger shark's mouth before one of the makos started chewing it. Speaking of, we start getting to meet all the characters while the other members go home and you listen to this cool song while Brenda was making an announcement notifying the boats about weather emergencies, like just to keep like the boats like in order, which I think it's very important. Which obviously we already know that. If you guys don't understand then that's fine. It's all new to you guys. Then you get like Brenda like dancing when she plays like the radio with a do 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 do. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see on my way. This is not a singing competition. Forget it. Then while she was grooving to the music with a little, it's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. we look at a weather forecast about a storm, and actually Thomas Jane and everyone else kind of did not plan this ahead. But Tom made a good point that like two of those arrows should have killed that dang thing. But Thomas wasn't sure. But Tom did say, "Who are you gonna trust?" "Me. That's who. You trust me. You know why? Because I'm trustworthy." I'm pretty sure most of you trust me when I review these DVDs anyway. Especially for the upcoming DVD reviews I do. Because to be honest, not mean to get off topic, but I want to make this clearly for you guys. That I watch the movie first before reviewing. So take note. I am not making up stuff. I am not putting stuff in your heads to make it look like I spoiled. Well, I always make the announcement of the movies getting spoiled, just in case if you guys don't want to forward this movie and for upcoming content that's going to be throughout this channel. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I make sure to not make up any lies and tell the truth about what happens in the movies. Because that's my thing. I don't want to make up a lie. Like, for example, if I did not see this movie right now, and if I said, oh, the shark ate everyone, no one lived, I would be lying. And I wouldn't even have this movie, though. But that's what I would have done. So anyway, we'll get straight to the part. So LL was making cupcakes, and then his parrot says some bad words, but we're gonna change those words. He said, "Feed me, butthead." "Hey, how you doing, bonehead?" "Butthead, you got a big fat butt." Keep in mind, he does say some bad words, but I don't. But I try to change those words. Keep that in mind. A note that whatever you hear in this movie, I try to make this video as positive as possible. So while LL was getting ticked off while he's taking the cakes out, he was like, "You know what, Bird? You're starting to get on my last nerve. Don't make me drown your feathery behind." And then the bird was eating the whipped cream or frosting or whatever off LL's finger, which was pretty cute. Like watching a bird of how they enjoy it. And then you get to see LL looking out the window while everyone was getting ready to feed the shark. And Tom was like, "You guys hungry?" And while it almost looked like there are 3 sharks, but 2 of them are the Makos. One on this side, one on the other. Tiger was in the middle, and then the shark Gwen's rips the top fin off, making it hard for it to move. And then one of them bites it, and then they both team up eat the dang thing. Huh? Those 2 are monstrous. Then Brenda calls Susan, or as we call her, Dr. McAllister, to the top of the research facility, and then we see a signal flare, and then after that, boom, 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 then surprise! Happy birthday! I can't believe it. She must have been working so hard on this project that she literally forgot about her own birthday. Leave a comment if that's happened to you, where you like get so distracted that you forgot about your own birthday. Cause I could probably picture that happening to some people. then while all the women were like dancing and grooving, LL flips them the bird because like he did not like the song. But that's when LL like recognized Samuel Jackson. He was like, "You're the guy that got caught in that avalanche." Like you can definitely like tell that the LL recognized him. And then like while Samuel was smoking his cigar. Another thing, keep in mind, I don't know most of these characters like character names, so I just call them by their real names. Take that as a note. So then while Thomas Jane was visiting Susan, wishing her a happy birthday, Susan wanted to keep the research going. So Tom was like with him, and then they were like that they did want to keep the research going on for tomorrow, even during that storm. So luckily they quickly like tighten up all the bolts of the gasoline, so those ways nothing bad does it to the storm. While Thomas gets ready with his Naga mask and gets ready to dive down and take down the shark. Well, the big female, since she's the one that they need to experiment on. Then everyone was like watching and paying attention, which is very important anyway. Then you see like the sharks going like, "Rah!" like trying to break through. But when Thomas held out the harpoon, the shark like swam backwards. And one of them was like, This is impossible. It can't be. Sharks do not swim backwards. They can't. It's very true. Sharks do not swim backwards. Because, like, they need to turn. They keep moving forward no matter what. Like, they can turn around and, like, go in a circle, but they are unable to swim backwards. But anyway, while everyone was, like, while the Makos were, like, destroying the cameras, because they didn't want to see Thomas Jane get killed or eaten, that's when Tom was like, "Carter, you copy? Carter, do you copy?" But he was getting annoyed. So he was like, "Carter, cut the crap, you're scaring everyone." But he wasn't really scaring everyone. It was actually a decoy. Everyone needs a decoy just to get like, at the right moment to kill the shark. Well, not kill it, but to put it down. So after when the big Mako, when she was like chomping on the oxygen tank and everything, it gave Thomas an opportunity to put her to sleep. Luckily, at least, he had like an extra breathing, an oxygen thing that you like squeeze, and then oxygen is brought to you through your mouth to help you breathe. Which I think is good because you need, because like if you're gonna dive down something, and you should at least have something to breathe, or you can try your best to hold your breath, whatever works for you guys. But that's when, during that time, Tom gives out like a good little saying. He said, "Did everyone order a fish?" Which actually, sharks are like fish, since obviously they are changing into sushi anyway. But we'll get to that part about sushi later. So while Samuel was like very surprised to see how big she was, they were about to put like the tights on her so they can like get some blood. But before they did that, the shark was like asleep like this, and then Rah! But luckily it did not attack anyone. It just pounced like it was like having a bad dream, which was what Thomas said. So while they were getting everything ready, and they were like checking the blood and stuff, Thomas had to pour water on it just to keep it from dying. Cause like you also need to put water on a shark just to keep it from drying out. Cause just because there's water on the bottom doesn't mean it's still good. You need to make sure that the shark's So let this be a lesson to you, scientists. If you guys want to do like marine biology stuff, you need to understand. Make sure the shark has plenty of water, at least on the top, because that's where you need to get most of the moisture too. So after they collect the blood sample, they double checked it, and actually their research was pretty going. But one of the guys was like having a cigarette or something. He was like crouching down like this, and then the Mako was like, ah, 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 like literally, he lost his arm, so they quickly called for paramedics, and they quickly almost tried to get him to the hospital, but the wire like splashed him down, and the Mako like grabbed him, and then like the wire started like ripping through the fence thing, and then a big explosion. Both of the paramedics and poor Brenda got exploded, and boom, they blew up like almost the whole facility. Even one of them fell into water, but luckily she did not get killed. So after that, everything was like all. Even Thomas tried to like get in touch with Brenda, but Brenda had passed away. So Samuel saw something, and he was like, "Guys, tell me what that is." Then you see like the guy, that guy's arm ripped off, and the shark like threw him into the glass, and the glass started shattering. But we already know that guy's dead. Like think about it. He's on an oxygen tank, and then he can't breathe underwater, and plus what's when that breaks, and what's when that thing comes out of his mouth, because he's tied up, he's dead. So the Mako has already claimed its fourth victim so far. And while everyone was like trying to like run away from, like quickly, calmly, and then they had to quickly run. But luckily Thomas Jane was able to like get out of there quickly too. And then we're able to like close the doors. But I feel sorry that LL did not know about Brenda's passing. Because then he grabbed the phone. We'll use this as my phone. So then he was like, "Brenda? Tower, can you hear me? Anyone? Hello?" And then he was like, Alright. If this is because of the drinking problem, let's set an alert." Then while everyone was like trying to look for a way to escape, Samuel Jackson was getting ready to open the door, but then Thomas stopped him. Told him the place was flooded. Poor Samuel. But luckily they had an idea. If they go straight to like where they were, and then quickly. But luckily before that, LL was getting ready to go upstairs until a big earthquake like removes Bird from his shoulder, and then like he literally gets like swept away by the water. So then that's when then they had to Thomas Jane, Samuel Jackson, and the rest of the gang, they like tried to escape from water again. They had to quickly open the door, but luckily they were able to like close it just in time. And while everyone was like trying to like get in there like and close it, we see a shark getting through, which means that we're going to be having our first kill soon. So LL was like, "Bird, come on, Bird, where are you, Bird?" And then you hear like Bird saying, "Hey, how you doing, bonehead?" And it's like, "Bird, anyone here?" That butt. Bird. And then while everyone was like talking, which we go back to like the gang again, and then Susan was like, "We should keep going." But Samuel was like serious. He was like, "I'm talking to him. Was that a doggone shark that broke through the door?" And then Tom was like, "I'd say so." It was like, "They can do that? Bust through a steel door?" I ain't the expert, Thomas said. And then, like, this other woman, she was very upset. She was like, and as usual, she said, there's a swear, but as usual, I'll change it. You stupid jerk! She was very ticked off. I mean, that was, like, her husband that passed away. And while everyone was, like, getting up, they were getting ready to, but before that, that's when, well, actually, and while LL was, like, looking, he found a magazine, but he should have been watching his surrounding, because then the Mako comes, and then you'll see, like, swarming, and he was like, oh, like, diving underwater, and it's like, oh, quick, and then so he grabbed, like, the frying pan for protection, but luckily the shark, like, turned around, because he couldn't see LL, and he was like, oh, like, holding his peace necklace. And meanwhile, we see, like, the gang, like, all the way up there, and, like, they're, like, trying to, like, they see, like, the submarine that they were supposed to take to, like, bring him up to the surface. But meanwhile, they saw how damaged it was. Which Thomas Jane is later on going to say, whatever, it's junk. Then we go straight to, like, then we go back to straight to LL again, where he grabs, like, the axe, which actually is going to come in handy soon. Because he walks in, and then you see, like, he climbs on the shelf, and then Bird, like, gets scared, and he's like, and then you hear him, like, say, like, his last saying, and you'll see why. Because he's like, feed me, butthead! And then LL quickly, like, drops down a few, just not either way. It's like, careful now. Come on, Bird. Come on. Come on. See that I smile? Come on. Bring your feathery butt here. Come on. And then, broke through. Out comes the Mako. And then the shark eats his bird. Well, LL screams when the fence was like, the show was like, ah! But luckily, he was in the oven, which wasn't really a good idea. Then we can go straight to the part where they come in. Where he's like, come on. So the shark was, like, eating. Actually, so then Thomas, he says the part where he's like, whatever, it's junk. So the one was like, well, we can all just dive in and see who makes it to the top. Isn't that the great expert, Dr. Susie? Dive in. You can go first to lead my example. Then Samuel says, listen, we put these on. They help by hypothermia. That's what starts. And unless someone we're going to have to swim out of here. I would say Samuel's idea was both a good idea but a bad idea at the same time. Because, let me say this. It's a good idea because, one, it does keep you warm. And it's a bad idea because they mistake you as seals. If you guys think that they should... Actually, no. I'm not going to say this because I want you guys to answer this question. Do you think that they should have worn those diving suits? Yes or no? And why? Because I think if I was smart, I'd be like, I'm grabbing the bag of my change of clothes. Bring them with me just in case. In case of anything does happen, I can at least have the change of clothes with me. But that's what I would do because I don't want to be mistaken for a seal. Man, but they're all fish bait anyway. Then we go back to the Mako while he was like chomping and so he was coughing while he was like, I'm going to get you when you face the lion. So I appreciate your honest stuff. Cooked us in this old oven. Because I got other plans. Then while LL makes it all the way to the top, he sees, well, the shark was like, he quickly grabs the lighter while the shark pops up for one last time. And then Ella was like, you ate my bird. And boom, boom goes the first Nagel shark, dead. Then while everyone hears the explosion, Thomas tells Samuel a very good point. Where he says, wouldn't get too close if I were you. There's a suggestion. And later on, Tom thought of the idea of like trying to like get all the bags and like, even though that door does keep the pool stabilized, it's better to like try to make it up to the top, to make it out alive instead of diving under. Because there are 2 mako sharks left, 1 male and 1 female left. And while everyone was having an argument, Samuel jumps in and gives him like his lecture until the mako shark, where he's like, so we're not going to fight anymore. We're going to pull together. We're going to find a way to get out of here. First, we're going to seal arms. And then the mako like goes like, well, this might be a lot easier. Goes like this, and then aims it, and then drags them, claiming another victim. And this time it was both the male and the female mako sharks, because they both like teamed up. Because the female, she was chomping on most of Samuel, while the male was like rips half of him apart, and the shark eats him. While the other 2, while the other 4 quickly like open up the shaft, and then they had to try to escape because now it's getting flooded. So Thomas, Jane, and Tom, they both worked together to tighten up that. While Tom was like, and the one was like, Tom, like literally, Tom and Jane literally comforted him, which was good, because that's what good friends should do. Then Thomas had an idea. He figured out opening up another door would actually let the water flow, so this way the place won't be fully flooded. Because think about it, if the water was like right here, and there was no and you need like a door so you can watch like if something's like partially flooded, that actually gives you a chance to quickly watch the water go to another level that can keep it. But while he was getting ready to do that, the mako had already got more of the water rising. So while Tom was trying, everyone was like, Carter! But luckily, he made it out because the shark was literally almost bit his leg off. Then later on, the shaft started getting all shaky, and ladder falls. Which later we see another kill because the woman falls into water, and then she's like, Carter, get me out of here, Carter! I don't want to die. And then the shark bites her, which is the female, and then you see her pop out, screaming in pain because she was getting eaten. So Thomas tries to grab her, but it's too late. The shark eats her with a big scream leaving another victim, which means that. But then here it comes. Here comes LL Cool J to the rescue. Oh yeah! And while LL was giving his little salute, he was like, "Are you all that made it? We did it. We made it. Stairs are flooded. Trust me, I know." And I know that Tom was very disappointed. But they discovered a way on how to get one stairways to drain out. If they can go back to where they started, where the shark broke through the glass, they can actually try. So they were getting lights for a flashlight. LL was 4 a.m. Then Tom's last words, since this was the last time he was gonna see LL, so he was like, "Preach, can you zip me up?" So zipped him up, gave him a hug. Since those guys are good brothers. So Tom even says to himself, he's like, "We got one, just 2 sharks left, and there's you and the dog doing a little bathroom blow." While everyone was like, while the other two, Susan wanted to go down to her lab, just tried to get the research. But later on, she's gonna be the next one dying soon. Well, barely. Then Thomas gets scared by the body from the fourth attack, and then literally he screams, like let out a few screams, while Tom scared the crap out of him. So they both teamed up, while LL grabs like a camera and he films himself, which I'm gonna say a few parts, not the whole thing because we don't want to make this boring. So it was like, hello, my name is Sherman Dudley, and in case I don't make. So he says he was a good husband and a father. So he leaves him with this. We'll begin with the perfect omelet, which is made with 2 eggs, not 3. And we just add milk for consistency. But this is a mistake! So they said that. While Tom's Jane and Tom were like getting everything ready. They were like very happy. So they quickly get ready. But Tom is like screams out, shark! So the shark goes like, rips him in half. While Tom is like scared out of his mind, quickly goes up to him. It's like, oh. Then you hear like the beat of music going, do 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 do. Like Thomas was like literally trying to like escape. Then we see like the big Mako, and she was like, oh no you don't. But luckily he opened up that door, and all the water started flushing, leaving Susan trying to get her research while she goes into water. And while LL was like very disappointed that like his pal Tom did not make it. So while they were going to go rescue Susan, LL did make a good point. He's like, "Oh, brother's never gonna get out situations like this, not ever." So then, while she was very happy that she got his research, she got scared over a prop Mako. But she really got scared of the real thing. She tried hiding and waiting for it. Then she splashed around with her hand, trying to get her research. It's a doggone research. Next time, make a second drive. I mean, that's what I would have done. I would have made a second drive just in case. And just say, like, hey, Preach, can you hold on to the second drive for me? I'm going to go get the other one just in case if we lose this one. Like, I mean, like, have an extra drive. If you think that'll come in handy, let me know. So while she was, like, planning to kill the second Mako shark, she quickly makes it easier so she doesn't get electrocuted. Stands on the wetsuit, grabs the wire, then while the shark is like jumps up, makes a big growl, like a and then like you get to see like all electrocuted, and then you see it dead. Well, LL